So, in the early months of 2016, my mom and we actually got approached in our church by a woman, and she asked us if we could host a girl from France, and we were like, sure. Like, we don't mind. We have a big house. We can host her, drive her wherever she needs. But then she was like, the family is also willing to host you for a month if you would like to go. And I looked at my mom and I said, yes, please. And she was like, yeah, I mean, if you want to. And so there it was decided all of my summer plans would be going to this French exchange program. So her name is Philo, the girl that came and stayed with us. She came in early July. She stayed like 2 days at another person's house, but then she came and lived with us for a while. Um, we so it first started off as we didn't really know each other well, but we started getting there. I threw a party so she could know all my friends. I could introduce her and just go out and have fun for a bit when she started. And then we started planning day trips and like road trips. Like we took a road trip to New York City for a weekend. We had lots of fun. I showed her new and fun sights. She loved it so much. And then my friends and I took her on a road trip down to Six Flags. We had fun there. We went up to Hampton Beach. We went to Boston. Every day was like a new adventure, something nice to see. Like just so she would get to know like this area better and like for her to have fun. And then in the end of July, we had a flight back, and we were on the same flight back so we could go see her family. We sat next to each other, we talked about what it's going to be like, what we're going to be doing, and finally we arrived after a very long time. But I met her family, and they were very nice. We went to her house for a couple days, and we stayed there, and I just got to see her little town, and it was very interesting because the town that she lives in is where Van Gogh grew up, and I like did not know that before, but I got to see all the sites that he painted where his grave is. It's just so interesting. But then after that, we took a 2-week road trip down to southern France. It was a 10-hour drive. There were 9 of us. It's her family, her grandmother, and then a little dog. But we drove in 2 cars for 10 hours. We stopped and we met people along the way. We stayed in different places, and then I did not know this, but her family owns an entire town in southern France. So they get to live in a castle, which is just so astounding to me. I wouldn't know what to do if I owned a castle. So we stayed there. It was lots of fun. It's right on the border of Spain, so we went down to Spain, went to see Carcassonne, we went to see different like cities and towns that are all around. We had so much fun. I got to see what life is like in France, how they live. I got to speak much better. Granted, right now it's not that good. But after those 2 weeks were up, I was sad, but we went back up. We stayed in Paris for a while. We explored all around there. Paris is one of my favorite cities, so I was having the time of my life. But then unfortunately it came time for me to go home, and it was very hard because it was truly a life-changing experience. I learned so many new things about something I did not even think of before. And I really do like wish that I could do that again, have that opportunity to go live with someone and it be immersed in their lifestyle. But that's pretty much my story of my favorite summer. But thanks for listening.